What's going on, guys? I hope this video finds you happy and healthy. Today I'm going to share with you my favorite chicken recipe, my go-to chicken recipe. It's chicken thighs, and I make this recipe at least once a week because it's super easy, minimal prep work, cheap to make, very healthy for you too. I prefer to make chicken thighs over chicken breasts because chicken thighs to me just taste better. They're a little bit fattier, so if you're like tracking your macros or whatever, maybe chicken thighs aren't the best for you, but they're fattier, so they're tastier, and to me, they just taste better than chicken breast. So I'm gonna take you step by step on how I make this chicken recipe, and at the end of the video, I'm gonna show you how I meal prep and how I freeze this chicken for future use. So I hope you try this recipe, and I hope you love this recipe as much as I do. But before we go any further into the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below for more healthy living videos. I upload 1 to 2 videos a week based on my work schedule. I'm a busy ICU nurse, so some weeks are crazier than others. Okay, so let's get into the video.
Be strong.
So what you're gonna need is a baking sheet and a baking rack. I got that baking rack at Costco. It comes in a 2-pack for very inexpensive. And then of course your chicken thighs. I have 2 packages here because I'm gonna meal prep them, which I'll show you how I do that at the end of the video. Then you need salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika. You're gonna lay out your chicken thighs flat on your baking rack. Ideally, you don't want them touching each other, so you just spread them out like that. And 2 packages for me fit just fine on my baking rack there. So now you want to set your timer for 30 minutes because you want your chicken thighs to come up to room temperature or as close as possible.
I forgot to mention, you guys, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have already seen me make this recipe in an IG reel. So for those of you who follow me on Instagram and follow me on YouTube, might be a repeat. But if you want a reference to how I make this recipe, go to my IG and you'll see a reel on it. But I did want to make a separate video for YouTube. Okay, so far I hope you're enjoying the video.
Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and while your oven is preheating, you're going to season your chicken thighs. Start off by seasoning them with the pink Himalayan salt, and I don't measure, I just sprinkle an even amount over each chicken thigh, so just eyeball it. So you're gonna do the same thing with the other seasonings like you did with the salt. So just sprinkle an even amount of each seasoning over the chicken thighs. So you don't need to measure it, just eyeball it like you did the salt. Once your oven is preheated, you're going to put your chicken thighs in the oven, preferably on the top baking rack, and then you are going to bake for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, you're going to immediately set your oven on broil and high for 3 minutes. So you're not even going to take the chicken thighs out. You're going to leave them in there for an additional 3 minutes on high broil. And this is going to crisp up the chicken thighs and accentuate the flavors of all the seasonings. And there you go, voila, done. Oh my gosh, super crispy chicken, very nice flavorings. Really goes well with any type of meal you're making, makes really nice leftovers, and makes really easy meal prep, which I will show you right now. So what I do to freeze the chicken thighs is once they've completely cooled down, so this is like later on in the evening, of course I have my PJ bottoms on by now, I slice up the chicken into like bite-sized pieces there, and I have a scale, but you don't need a scale, you just need like a measuring cup really, but I have a scale because I want to portion out my chicken thighs. So first I just cut them all up like you see there, and then I put them in the measuring cup after I have a good amount of chicken thighs cut up. So I turn on my scale there and zero it out. If you have a food scale, then you know how to do this. And then I portion mine out in 25 grams of protein serving sizes, because that's a serving size for me, is 25 grams of protein. And my husband normally has 50 grams, so he just has 2 bags. And then I pour the chicken thighs into a Ziploc bag. Those are quart-sized bags. I really want to invest in those reusable Ziploc bags that you see on Amazon and stores, but they're really expensive, so I have not bought them yet, but that is on my to-do list. After I portion them all out, then I get a gallon-size Ziploc bag and label it chicken thighs, and I also label it 25 grams of protein in a serving, so we know that each bag has 25 grams of protein in it. And then I like to get all the air out of each Ziploc bag because it does prevent your chicken from getting freezer burn. And then I just put them all in the gallon-size Ziploc bag. And then after I do all that, I want to make sure that there's no air in the big Ziploc bag either, just to further prevent freezer burn. And then I pop them in the freezer and they're ready to go for future use. And because you're freezing them, they're gonna last for many months in the freezer. And then you just need to pop out a bag when you need it for lunches or salads.
So that is how I make my favorite chicken thigh recipe. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you tried it. Let me know in the comments down below if you try out this recipe and how you liked it. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button if you like this video because it really helps support my channel. And always remember to be kind to yourself.